Hi guys, it's Bunch here with another YouTube video. As you might know, last month I got top 200 global again with Super Witches. Now, I'm gonna probably change strategies after the Druid nerf. I will keep y'all up to date with that, but today I want to share a couple of bases that I used in the previous season that helped me got to where I am. So, let's get started. So this is the first base, a compact looking box base. Now, these compact style of bases have generally been good against Root Riders. Now, if you look at this in Scout View, you can already see that there's not good pathing to this monolith. And there's actually not that much overgrowth value next to the Town Hall. You can get a Town Hall Expo and Scattershot, 2 Expos in the Town Hall. That's about it. So the compact style of this base makes it so that there is a lot of damage wherever you go. And if you look at the traps there, you can see that there's a tornado in the middle of the base to really stop the Root Riders where there's the most damage. And of course, because Fireball is really popular, we have a Fireball bait at this bottom corner because it has been the most popular Fireball entry. So hoping that will keep attackers off guard, hoping it will make their Warden die early. And not having the Warden on this style of base is very hard to triple. It's very hard to recover on this style of compact base if the Warden dies already or if the Fireball misses. So that's the first base. Here is the second base. Now this base was pretty popular last season, and a lot of the pro players ended up using it. And why is it so strong? It's because it actually defended Super Witches and the Fireball attacks a lot better than the Root Rider attacks. Because any really good player, they would just funnel out 2 of the corners and get some good pathing for the Root Riders to the core. And usually there's not much in the base that can stop the entry. But for Super Witches, you can see that there's actually not that much Fireball value. Like, you can get a Ricochet Cannon and a Hero, sure. You can get the Eagle and 2 Expos, sure. But the problem is this core, because the King and Spiky Ball is not going to be able to destroy the entire core, and it always leaves up some buildings that are protected by these walls. And the Eagle Fireball entry actually has to end at the Town Hall, so that's very risky for a 1-star risk. And this heavy rage core is actually really good at stopping dragon attacks too, because as you can see, a lot of people would probably try to clone for the Town Hall and send the clone loons to this core, but the NATO is here to stop that, and all of these arrow traps in the core kills all the dragons and leaves the core up. And of course we have a Tesla farm for mainly the RC and the giant bombs and spring traps and skelly traps, mainly for the RC again. So it's a very versatile base that can stop lots of attack strats. This is the third base, and from the scout view, you can see that there are these Poison Tower, Inferno Tower, and Monolith in the core. So everything's pretty spread out, and there's not much overgrowth value for the Root Riders. But for the Fireball, this base doesn't look that good against Fireball because, well, you can just Fireball this Builder Hut right here and take out Expo, the Multi-Archer Tower, and the Scattershot. And if you enter through this Ricochet Cannon compartment, can't you just get through this entire base easily? Well, see, that's the thing. Because what I have here is a big Tesla farm to combat this exact fireball. Now, if the attacker is not paying attention, then the warden's gonna die instantly, and there's just simply not gonna be enough force for the rest of the base. All of the giant bombs and skelly traps are up here for the RC entry, to stop the RC entry. The RC is not getting through 4 giant bombs, 6 small bombs, whilst taking damage from the bomb tower, the expo, the multi-arch tower. She is not getting through all that. And of course, I usually always put the tornado trap in a spot where it can stop a blimp for a dragon attack, because you never really know when you're gonna be hit by that, and having a blimp not get its value is just a surefire way to stop the dragon attack. So that's all for this base. Again, pretty versatile. It can stop many different attack strategies. Alright guys, here is the 4th base. Now, from the onset, you can see that all of the defenses are located in spots where they can defend Root Riders better. See this isolated Monolith and Multi-Inferno, these dead zones in front of the scatter shots and expos, and this big dead zone to stop entries from the Eagle side. So you can see that there's actually a bit of overgrowth value. You can have the Town Hall in 2 multis, Town Hall and Expo, Monolith, whatever. But the thing is, if you overgrowth a large portion of the base, your troops are gonna have to walk all the way around, and there's usually just not gonna be enough force left to take the remainder of the base. And there's actually not too much fireball value as well. I do have a Tesla over here to try to stop fireball entries from the Monolith, and the main thing about this base against the fireball is that there's no way for the Super Witches to avoid the Town Hall poison. Every entry, the Super Witches have to pass through the poison, and there's so many defenses hitting the witches that they usually just die in the Town Hall poison. It's gonna be even better after this update where the druids are nerfed, so the witches don't get healed as much. And of course, I have a Tesla farm on the top side to combat the RC entries. She is not getting through all of that, and 3 skelly traps. So that's what this base is aimed towards defending. It did really well at early to mid legends in the early stages of the season. One of my friends actually got minus 230 on 2 accounts with this base and instantly plummeted to top 200. So that was very cool, and it shows you that this result has been tested and tried and got some insane results. Okay, here is the 5th base. Now, you might be thinking, oh, this base is so old. It got popular like 2 months ago. But here's the thing. Root Riders got nerfed. Super Witches now. The Druids got nerfed. So this base is even better than before, because people will try the approaches that they use every time, and they're gonna fail because the troops got nerfed, Root Riders got nerfed, Druids got nerfed. You can see that all of these Infernos, Poison Towers, Monolith in the core, this compact style of base, it's always good against Root Riders. And this these open walls, they actually prevent the king from getting into this base, into the exo, because the king's gonna walk in there and he's just gonna walk right out. If you look at the traps here, again, we have a fireball bait, because this is the most popular fireball location. Not how I would not how I would attack this base, but it's how most people would attack this base. So that's why the Teslas are all over there. And look at all these giant bombs in the core. If you use Root Riders on this base, you usually overgrowth the Town Hall if you use Root Riders, right? But that means the Root Riders are going to hit all of these bombs and they are going to die. That's what makes this base so strong. So that's all the bases I have for y'all from last month. I used all of these bases and they did the best job for me. Like, all of them, they defended below 290 trophies. That's considered good, especially in the Super Witch meta. These bases should do even better this season because of the Druid nerf, but all of these bases tested and tried last season, and they defended the best out of all the bases that I used. Now, unfortunately, I don't have as many bases as I would like to share because of the meta now, and it being incredibly hard to get a defense. My defense the last few days of the season was terrible, and I probably could have got top 100 if I had just gotten like 2 defenses on the last day, but fortunately I got 0. So that's about this for this video. I am again testing out new strategies for this upcoming season, so I will post videos of my Legend League attacks when I get things figured out. So thanks for watching and hope everyone has a good time with these bases.